Actually, some few members only join here, faculty and a list of some student. Others will join in directly UTIP only. Okay, the
Oh,
only
yeah, sure.
okay, okay. Some team
Yes.
members only join here in
Okay.
UT, the Google Meet. Others will join in UT. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
sure. No, no worries. No worries. Sure, sure. No worries.
Manu Divya.
Sir, can we join the session, sir?
We
Yes,
start
sir.
our session. Okay.
Yes, good morning, ma'am.
You can actually call me Suprita, please. That would be so great. You can
Yes,
call
sir.
No,
me
Yes,
if
no,
you
sir.
here,
want.
no, no, this is the procedure, no, right, right. This is the
Please,
procedure for our
please.
college, no issue. Okay. நீங்க நம்ம காலேஜ் பிரகாரமே ஆரம்பிங்க, no problem.
Shall we
Okay,
start,
okay.
ma'am?
Yeah, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce our esteemed guest speaker for today's Tech Series 5.30, organized by the Department of Computer Science and Business System at SA Engineering College. Today's session is focused on exciting and rapidly evolving domain, blockchain technology in computer science and business system. We are deeply honored to welcome Mrs. Suprita, a passionate cybersecurity professional, educator, and community leader with an inspiring global profile. Mrs. Suprita holds a master's degree in cybersecurity from St. Louis University, USA. She brings with a diverse range of expertise in cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, machine learning, networking, and IT infrastructural monitoring. She currently serves as a student leader for NIST-NIC Cybersecurity Career Ambassador Program, an e-board member for RESIS St. Louis, and she is also the founder and the CEO of nonprofit initiative CyberGuard for Global. In addition, she has been a computer science teacher at St. Louis Public School, empowering young minds through cybersecurity education. She has also been honored as a distinguished speaker at the 2025 NICE conference and received the Best Volunteer Award for June 2025. Certified in CompTIA Security Plus and Sumo Logic, she continues to inspire students and professionals alike with her dedication to technology, education, and community engagement. Today, she joins us to share her knowledge on blockchain technology and its impact on future of computer science and business system. Let's give a warm welcome to our distinguished speaker and our guest, Mrs. Suprita. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Oh, can I start or you
Yeah,
gonna?
yeah.
Yeah,
You can
ma'am, you can
start,
handle the session.
share your PPT and you can proceed. Okay,
Yeah,
please.
sure. First of all, I really want to thank Mr. Professor Anthony Sir, and I've been like his student like I was doing my bachelor's, and he was really a great and awesome professor. And thank you so much, SA Engineering College, for having me as a guest speaker and introducing me.
Little bit louder, please.
Yeah. So thank you so much for having me over here. It's really a great honor to being in this college and telling about the blockchain technology. It really, really means a lot for me. And thanks for having me. And I wish like we have an interactive session with each and every student. That's what I'm hoping to have this session. So I'm Suprita. You already know about the introduction and everything. So let me get into directly the topic of blockchain technology and computer science and business system. So anyone know here why we need a blockchain technology? Any one person, like why we need a blockchain technology, why we're using that? Any one person, like anyone. It's okay, there's no right or wrong answers. You can talk because I'm here to help you and we all here to help each other and know about more about blockchain technology. Any one person. No one? That's okay. I'll tell you. So blockchain technology is one of the security technology. The reason why we're having it to minimize the security challenges in future and present generation. So the reason is we are having a lot of scams in security or in our world. And last year we lost like 1.3 trillion money around the world. To save that, we introduced like a blockchain technology in 2008 and 2009. So I will share my PPT. Is it visible?
Yes, visible only, please.
Yes,
Make it as
perfect.
presentation mode. Yeah, right. Absolutely okay.
Perfect. So blockchain technology in computer science and business systems. So let's get into deep. When and how it introduced. In 1991, Sorbert and W. Scott, they introduced the idea of chaining and timestamp document using the cryptography hashes to prevent tampering. And they later integrated macro trees in 1992 for better efficiency. But the first implementation was made by one of this great person. His name is Satoshi, who published the Bitcoin white paper in 2008 and launched this Bitcoin blockchain in 2009. And later it became a combination of cryptography and network-based computing to solve the double spending problem. At the same time, there was one more contributor early before 1991. His name is David, and in 1982 he described about the blockchain like in a protocol for mutual distributing systems, conjuring a fundamental work in blockchain. So this was how it introduced, and the people it introduced, and they worked on it, and the white paper they released and researched it. Now let's get into what is blockchain. So why we're using it and what we're going to do that. So to be honest, blockchain is a kind of language which accumulate of blocks in a distributed network. So it's going to make it chains. It's going to make it chains of blocks, and which utilize to record digital data of any value, like transactions or any financial transaction, or from one user to another user. And this data cannot be deleted. And this data is stored across all the blocks in the network. And consequently, there's no signal priorities or focal route controlling it. And the blocks data saved like timestamps and transaction history and so on. The strategy of cryptography is used to change our information into a language not understandable by humans. We all know how the cryptography is. We have to encrypt or decrypt it. So that's the reason the cryptography was implemented in the blockchain, where people cannot easily hack it. Because when we're using blockchain technology, 51% chances that it's not going to get hacked because of a lot of blockchains and a lot of nodes. And how it works in our technology works, like how it works in our computer science or in this world. For example, typical blockchain is made up of several nodes. Now, people might be having a question like, what do you mean by several nodes? Like, for suppose if one person is sending in a transaction, one user to second user, the block will send to a note saying that, hey, this user wants to send $1,000 or 1,000 rupees to some X to Y, and then it will make different notes. And now people might be having a questions, everyone, what are these notes? These notes will be OPT, multi-authentication factors, and your usernames and your passwords. And sometimes it might be your digital as well. When you download your application, it will ask you to, oh, can you please like log into your application? And when you do that, and even though when you're doing same login or user in your computer, it will give you a notification to your email saying that, is it you? When you press it's you, it's one kind of notes of checking. And every node communicate with each other as well, the system to issue transaction to make sure it is safe. For example, as I said, sending cryptocurrency from one user to another user, it's a transaction. The history of this transaction is recorded by the blockchain. Similarly, every event has its records on the blockchain. And each node has a public and private key at the same time. We all know we have a public and private key in our cryptography. At whatever point, if whatever node requests a transaction, the combination of both this creates a digital signature. And this transaction then sent over the chain for approval. When it creates a signature, then it sends on a chain to approval. Oh yeah, it's good. Like, so for example, I can give you a normal example. So for example, you're at one end, you're in your bedroom, and to reach you in your bedroom, we have four different doors, and each door have one person, like your mom and your dad and your sister, and each person have lock with that. So one person, maybe your friend wants to see you, each person has to get an approval and they have to open a door or lock, and then they'll be like, hey, this person is our son's friend or our brother's friend. Then only the other person can see the other person. The same way, all these people with obstacles are the knots, like which we are having, like in a username and OPTs, everything, like all the multi authentication factors. These all are nodes, like a password and your username. All these are nodes, like your mom and dad, to reach you. And at the same time, so once all the nodes provide their go ahead, then the transaction stats valid. And then it placed into new block, which is included into the blockchain. That's called like in a blockchain. And at the same time, this contains the hash keys of its own, as well as it predicting blocks and generating by unique hashing algorithms. It can basically be considered as an address or anything or phone devices and making a strings into an encrypted formats. And the strings is the most basic and essential piece of blockchain logic, to be honest. And at the same time, blockchain network follows the sequential transaction process method as well. During any transaction, every block checks the hash of previous block. If something goes wrong and the authorization is not giving you, and if the hash is not matching, then it automatically block the other hash or other nodes, and it will not let you to do any transaction. So it's a very secure thing. And any changes in data will block the modification of hash or next block. So whenever hacker tries to manipulate the data in the block, it hash changes, its password changes, and it will not let you in. And when its subrunning block tries to match the hash, and then substantially the transaction stands dropped and breaking the whole chain. In this manner, it gives you a lot of security and dependable. So that's the reason a lot of, like, 1/3 of our world businesses are using blockchain, and a lot of big organizations like Walmart and IBM and Deloitte, all these organizations are using blockchain for the transactions, and majority of 60 to 70% of supply chain organizations are using blockchain. At the same time, health departments, and it can be used in health department as well. Like 80 to 90% in health science, they use patients' records by using a blockchain. So blockchain is really, really important for coming days as well. And now people are getting used to it, since 1/3 of the world organizations are using it. And Fortune 500, the big organization, they're using this blockchain as well. And here we have like the diagram of the blockchain. You see here, like, this is a user who requests for a transaction, and when you request for a transaction, it actually make it a block representing the transaction is created, and the block is broadcasted to all the nodes of the network, and all the nodes validate the block transaction. Now you might have a questions what all these nodes are. It might be like your bank balance and your bank account number and your username and your passwords and your one-time passwords, at the same time other person's bank transactions and all those things. These all makes a note, and all these notes make into one big block, and the block is added to one more chain which accepts and which approves the transaction. Then the transaction get verified and executed, and this all thing happens in a few seconds. That's like wonder. At the same time, the biggest thing is like, how are we going to use it in computer science? Because computer science is really, really important and very, very, I would say that this is a future of our generation. So how are we going to use it in computer science? First thing is secure and distributed storage. Security is really, really important because the world depends on security, and now the whole world is on digital systems. The way we secure our house by the locks, we have to secure our digital systems by using blockchains. At the same time, some of the organizations need to use that as well. and distributed storage, which enables replicated, synchronized database without a central authorities. And immutable locks, like ensure records cannot be altered unnoticed, idle for auditing. So we have a security audit person, like who audits all the logs. Like if somebody has like initiated any transaction and it seems something wrong, then the logs, we have a logs which comes on SIM tools. Like SIM tools are ArcSight or Curador. So whenever all these logs are having any legitimative actions, then all the logs will appear in one of this tool. Whenever note says like something is wrong with this transaction, then all the legitimative logs or all the data will be in that tools. Then the security audit person or analyst will check those and make sure to block those transactions or block that person. So this how it helps in computer science. So all these things are interlinked with each and everything. At the same time, algorithms, method like proof of work or proof of stake enables decentralization agreement. And smart contract platforms such as like when you let deploy self-executing code on the blockchain. So this is how it uses in computer science. To be honest, blockchain plays a big role in computer science, and it's very underrated, and a lot of people don't know about that part. That's really, I personally felt so bad about that when I was exploring about the blockchain, because blockchain is really using in transportation in US as well. In Texas, Houston, one of the big team, they're using blockchain as the main sources for the transportation transactions to make sure every person will write transaction, because blockchain will help you for QR codes as well, because in US they have a transportation card like swiping cards. I do believe in India we do have a monthly swiping cards to make sure the swiping card is not expired and they can use it in this particular metros or buses. They do have a barcode. So this is one of the nodes. Like the node will check, is this a barcode is correct? Yes, it's correct. And another node checks like, is this a name is correct, or this card is correct, or is it using on a right property, maybe in bus, or is it like exceeding its limit per day? So these all are nodes, and these all nodes make a block and make a chain saying that verified, verified, verified. Then the transaction will be like, okay. So this is how it uses in one of the parts. At the second, and the one more thing, security issues. So blockchain is the main reason they invented blockchain, because of security issues, because hacking is nowadays like in a pie. It's just in a piece of pie for everyone. So a lot of people knowing about hacking a lot, and they're hacking, and 99.9 businesses are small businesses. Only 0.01% are larger businesses. So larger businesses does have an power to take care of about their ransomware attacks or some kind of other attacks, and they can use some other technology as well. But when it comes to blockchain, very, very few people uses this. So that's the not very few people, I mean like all people use it, since it's like now it's coming up a lot of, I mean like a lot of organizations are using, and 1/3 of the world is using it, and supply chain and health and the computers and the big organization like Walmart and IBM, they all are really focusing on blockchain. But at the same time, a lot of people don't use that as well. Like the 2/3 people are not using this. That's the biggest problem right now, but it's very secured. And the reason a lot of organizations don't use it, because they don't have a knowledge about this, since the 99% of business, I mean like in our world, 99.9% business are small businesses, and they don't have a knowledge about that. At the same time, it will take not a lot of time, it will take a time, or it will take a perfect adjustment or perfect platform to set this, so that people will be not like preferring blockchain, but 1/3 is using, and it's expanding lot and lot because of the cryptography and currency and the bitcoins. It's just a start, I believe personally, and it's going to be a lot in future, because blockchain is very secured. I know like 49% it can be hackable, but at the same time, if you're having a lot of multiple authentications and a lot of nodes, people will understand, okay, something is going on. Meanwhile, we have a logs and coming into tools, so we can actually block those persons easily, or we can exclude that particular user or that particular blog, or that particular IP addresses, we can easily block that. So how this works in security systems, whenever some log goes wrong, whenever some node is not matching, node says, oh, I'm not allowing this person transaction, then we get an immediate log, or we're gonna have our logs in our system. I mean, like log in the sense data, saying that it gives you alert to security analyst or security audit saying that, hey, we're having something wrong with this transaction. Then the person will immediately check the log. And if something goes wrong with the data, he blocks that person or exclude that person. Then you'll get more verification. Have you ever wondered, like, if you're doing if you're doing a transaction more than your limit, you always get a message. Is it you or is it somebody else? If it's you, please click yes. If it's not, no. And even though sometimes you get yes, they will give you a one-time password, saying that, can you please have this password? Or at the same time, sometimes it goes to your mail. And we have some applications as well, authentication applications. You have to see the passwords and then you have to match it up. So this is how the blockchain is involved in computer science. And blockchain is like literally everywhere. It's interlinked with each and everything, like database. I mean, like whenever all the data, it comes from the blockchain when it comes to auditing the data, or security analyst, or when you have to segregate all the database, that comes from blockchain. So blockchain is, I would say, that's a priority and major one, where you get the data at the same time. For the security people, it's very important, and smart platforms at the same time, and some people does a web designs as well. Now here comes the business systems. So it plays really key role when it comes to business systems. As I said, 99.9% business are small businesses in our world. And blockchain bring transparency and security and automation to business process, because security is really important for each and every person. As I said, last year in 2024, 1.3 trillion monies got scammed. And this time, because of AI, all the scams got increased by 25%. And it will keep going on, because there's no point we're going to stop them, because when there's a good, there's a bad. So when there's a person who's going to defend, there will be hackers who keep on doing this. At the same time, finance and banking. So blockchain really actually plays a big role in finance and banking, what is called tokenization of money, and faster cross-border payments, and automated bond issuance across smart modes, and supply chain or logistics. Have you guys ever wondered, like, how your orders, like the Amazon orders or Myntra orders or Flipkart orders, how does it work? Blockchain really helps in that, and real-time tracking of goods and products like food and pharmaceutical, and improved risk management. So whenever you're ordering something from Amazon or Flipkart, so you place an order. So you're a user, like example, Suprita is a user. I'm going to placing an order of maybe one beautiful dress, and they'll be making a block, or there'll be a block saying Suprita has an order, and then it's going to transmit it to the broadcast to different knots. What did she order? What was the item name? And what was the barcode? Did she pay the transaction? Did he pay it? Did she pay the money, and is she using the same card? Sometimes our cards will be saved in our applications like Flipkart and Myntra. If my card is saved, it will check the card has a balance. If it does have a balance, can I get that? At the same time, is our address is correct? At the same time, a lot of other things like sizes and all this comes into the knots, and then it becomes into a block. And when everything is perfect, then it goes to like, oh, this is verified. At the same time, we'll check your bank numbers and your QR codes and your applications, each and everything, your one-time passwords. Then it will say, yes, the transaction is approved. Then when the transaction is approved, then you get a mail, wow, your order has been placed, and it will become within 15 to 20 days or 10 to 2 weeks or something like that. So this how the supply chain and logistics team work. And one more thing is auditing and regulatory reporting. So record reduce errors and fraud and manual reconciliations. For example, you might be like, how are they going to catch the fraud? As I said, whenever you're having a blockchain, whenever you're doing any transaction, all the transaction will be saved. So you cannot delete all the details or the data of blockchain or any transaction in your blocks. So if there's any errors, they can easily find out with the data what's wrong in this data. There are so many tools for those, like sim tools and store tools, like where it will tell you what's wrong, and they will make a ticket and they will send to sim tools saying that something wrong with this log. They can check everything and they can find what's wrong with that. And healthcare and identity, I want to tell you, blockchain has been using it by all the governments when it comes to your IDs and your Aadhaar cards and some other processing things as well, because blockchain really plays a major role over there, because our IDs are linked with so many other things. So that's the reason here they used blockchain to make sure, for example, how you might be having a question, why these people are using, why the government is using blockchain over here. So if you are a person, like you are a legitimated person in our country or in some other country you're going, then they have all your data and they will check through in a blockchain. Like if you are a legitimated person, or if you have any records of criminalizing or any other records of bad reputation, they will check it, and that's called a background verification, where the blockchain plays a key role. At the same time, healthcare secures patient data and billings. At the same time, yes, it goes with the billings to check like this person paid each and everything, because some person will pay, but they're the insurance cards, there it plays a big role. It will check the insurance card is valid or it's expired, or some hospitals cannot take one particular organization insurance card, so it helps in that. At the same time, manage privacy as well, and automated agreements as well. Yes, automatic agreements, like some contracts enforce terms like when conditions are met, covering DEFAs and assets transfers and NIFTs and supply chain triggers. Like NIFTs have like bigger amounts. When they're having a bigger amounts, they have to check both the parties, both the end user and the user transaction. They have to check both the end users, bank details, and everything. But surprisingly, it happens in seconds. That's the biggest plus point of the blockchain. And blockchain have really, really great future. I personally say that. And advantages and benefits of blockchain, as we said, like it is decentralization, remove single point of failures or controls. They have like any one single point of failures, it stops there and then it's off. And increase trust and auditability, because it have a lot of trust. The organizations like Walmart is really, really big organization, and Walmart has like so many customers, and fraud can happen easily in Walmart, but still they are doing great by using the blockchain. At the same time, IBM does have one of the courses on blockchain, where they help to learn you about the blockchain and how to learn and how to implement those in your real time or in small businesses. At the same time, transparency, shared visibility across participants as well, and reduce manual overhead and errors, like because it's an automation. Like if something goes wrong, if some error comes up, it just stops there than itself. And keeps data tamper resistant, like security, like it always stores like each and every transaction. It never deletes the data, it stores it and it gives you validation. That's one more great point of this. Here's called like summary. Like blockchain started as a solution to double spending in cryptocurrencies, but it computer science innovation, secure and decentralization and immutable data storage has since been adopted across businesses system worldwide, whether it's finance or supply chains, healthcare, and legal contracts. And blockchain brings trust and transparency, efficiency to systems that need secure data. And I have some other things to share about blockchain too. So some people might be having a question about like what is the future of this? Like how many companies are using blockchain worldwide? Around 33% of companies globally are actively using blockchains in some capacity, whether it's pilot phase or smart contracts or backend systems. At the same time, approximately 42 to 44 of major businesses have implemented blockchain solution. And Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 firms, about 52% of Fortune 500 companies has at least blockchain project in production as of 2025. At the same time, survey shows that almost 90% of companies surveyed are using or planning to use blockchain technology by the end of the 2025. And when it comes to like financially service sector, over 81% of financial institutes globally are exploring or actively deploying blockchain solution. And 87 of G2 banks are using blockchain for clear settling and KYC processing in India too. And supply chain and logistics. 60 to 70% of companies are using or pilot blockchain to improve traceable and reduce fraud, because since missing the packages or using different usernames and keeping using the same username and transaction problems. And telecommunications, 59% of telecom companies are considering or using blockchain for the things like roaming fraud and preventations. And worldwide metric report says that 32% were already using blockchain in some point, and 42 of major businesses, and 33 plan to begin use blockchain by the end of this next year. And the big organization like Deloitte and Connie Telegraphy and IBM, Walmart, they are using that. In 2023 survey of business leaders in China and UK and US, nearly 90% of surveyed enterprises reported using blockchain technology in some way, and 87 plan to invest in within the next year. That's really one of the major and amazing thing about the blockchain. That happened in 2023, and now it increased more. At the same time, 90% of enterprises surveyed have deployed blockchain, within 87% they invested in future, and they was like really growing so fast in future. At the same time, between 1/3, as I mentioned before, 1/3 global companies are using this, and depending on size, industry, engaging with blockchain. Among large corporations like Walmart and IBM, the adapted rate jumped to 50 to 65% more. Usually they were like 42 in 2023, and now it was 50 to 65% more. At the same time, a lot of financial institute and supply chain sectors lead the way with high adoption rates. Like it increased to 90% of major banks and 60% of firms in logistic and telecommunication with blockchain. And as of January 2009, there were approximately 35,000 blockchain developer job listings globally, and reflecting robust demand across industries, because this technology is really underrated somehow at some point. It is really great technology and will have a lot of jobs, but people are mostly focusing on software development or some other development, but people don't know we have a lot of jobs in blockchain as well. A lot of people lacking that jobs as well. And now, because of AI, we need more people in security and in the blockchain, because yes, you all might be scared like other people. AI was here, so we're going to lose our jobs, and a lot of people literally lost their jobs. But now the organization to understand that like what AI is impacting the organizations, and now they're coming back and hiring more and more people, and a lot of jobs are opening again. And this sector is expanding at a fast 45% annual growth rate, and it's going to add like 40,000 more new positions by the end of 2025. And still trailing AI 50% growth rate. And around 88 to 89% of Web3 and crypto companies plan to hire blockchain talent in 2000, and they did hire so many other blockchain people in 2025. At the same time, you might be wondering, like, what kind of jobs I can do in blockchain. And I never heard about like any jobs that are really dedicated to blockchain. Yes, we have a blockchain developer, and we have Web3 developer, and we have smart contract engineers, and we have a security auditor, because security really, really plays a big role when it comes to blockchain, because blockchain is one of the part of security, and blockchain compliance officer, and DeFi analyst, and token economics specialist, and AI plus Web3 engineer, and marketing and community manager, and project coordinator, and legal and regulatory experts. And companies are really, really expanding their hiring beyond the traditional crypto startups, with banks and tech firms and consulting firms and governments increasingly recruiting blockchain talent, because all the governments, I can't say like all of them, but many and major of the governments are, and federals are using blockchain technology to make sure this person is legitimate whenever they're crossing the borders or whenever they're entering to the border. So this plays really, really major role, and a lot of people don't recognize about that part, how important this blockchain is in our world. At the same time, blockchain have a lot of capacity to do, and there's so many organizations which are helping blockchain courses, like as I said, are one of the blockchain courses by IBM. They are actually allowing free courses by IBM, and Coursera is doing some free courses, and Udemy is doing some free courses. And there are so many organizations and universities which are helping, and which are having their master's and undergrad programs, and majority of supply chains and some of the computer science, all of those, all of the universities and everyone literally have separate course at blockchain in their computer science. So for the beginners, IBM and Coursera would be so great. And at the same time, Blockchain Fundamental by UC Berkeley University is giving the courses, and the blockchain, about the blockchain A to Z, Udemy, they're doing this, and EDX is doing the courses. And at the same time, developer forked courses like become a blockchain developers, UDA City is doing some other courses, and at the same time UC Berkeley and so many universities are providing classes and free classes about this one. At the same time, there are so many conferences going across the world about the blockchain, so some of them I have listed down for me. Some of them going on India, and some of them are going on US as well. So my highly suggestion would be, please do go for those conferences. Maybe if you're not able to go for those conferences, please do visit them virtually. Like we're having November 5th to 6th, we have a blockchain futurist conference. Maybe you guys can go, like register virtually and can watch that. And we have yes, that's the upcoming one. And I truly did had last month about the blockchain and cryptocurrency, because this is going to be a really, really great concept. At the same time, our future is really, really turning towards the crypto and security. When there's a blockchain and crypto, these all are related to security, and AI is taking over so many jobs. And when AI is into more in our world, in our digital world, security is very important. And when one of the major part of security is blockchain and crypto, so people will work on this lot, because we need people talents in security, and the major part is blockchain. So when people saying that like blockchain, you know about the blockchain and you know about the crypto, they hire immediately and they wanted to know more about this. And we have one more conference in London. Maybe we cannot go there, but they do have a virtual YouTube videos and the virtual conferences where you guys can you can attend them. At the same time, last month we had one more blockchain expo in North America, and upcoming conference I would say blockchain expo. That was one of the thing, and blockchain futurist conference that's happening in Canada in August 13th to 14th. You guys can actually register online. And if you guys are not able to register online, please apply for uh, some scholarships so they can help you with that. And some universities provide some blockchain courses. Those are really great universities, and if anyone wants to or do a higher studies, or if they wanted to do not only maybe the blockchain, maybe the you might want to do blockchain as well at the same time in some other maybe IT field like computer science or security or data analyst. We have a lot of universities like Stanford have really great blockchain program where you can apply for that. At the same time, University of California have a really great blockchain, and University of Oxford have really great blockchain courses, and National University of Singapore have that, and University of Crypto have that. And at the same time, guys, please don't think like, am I okay to go there? Am I eligible to go there? Yes, each and every person. At the same time, some people are like, I can't do that. Maybe this is not for me. I'm not good for that. Maybe I'm not enough talented. Each and every person is talented, and nobody born with the talent. We all learn. I come from there. I'm a live example. And every day you will get a lot of rejections. Learn how to take rejection, and it's okay to be failed, because I failed so many times in my life and I'm still failing and I'm still struggling. So our life isn't a big problem, and we are the solution. So we are the solution, the way how we take our life. If you're taking in a positive way, it will be so good. If you're taking a negative way, it will give you nothing rather than keeping you drowning. So always take it positive. Maybe right now you might not have a growth, but maybe within 2 or 3 years it will help you, and it will shows you some result. For sure, please and please aim for big and do big and dream big, and go for your dreams and explore as much as you can in this technology and in computer science. Computer science is not only about the coding. I want to tell you about that. Computer science is more. Computer science is literally more. Like there is security jobs, and there's cloud, and there's database, and there's a blockchain, and there's a web, and there's AI. So there's so many other things going on in computers. Computer science is not only coding. Because I'm a live example, because my dad wants to be me in computers, and I was thinking computer is like a lot of coding, and I wanted to go for aerospace. And my dad was like, why don't you try it? If you don't like it, then you can change your major. Then I tried it and I liked it. And one more myth I want to tell you: all the people thinks cybersecurity and all this is a hacking. And I used to hate cybersecurity. And when I came to learn about the cybersecurity is not about hacking. Cybersecurity is more. Cybersecurity led by a lot of other things. Like hacking is a red team, and the blue team is defender, where you play with like security auditor and security analyst, where you play with tools like SIM tools and SOAR tools, curator tools. So these are really fun and challenging things. So please explore in computer science. There are so many jobs in computer science without coding and without hacking. And if you're interested in coding and hacking, that is really great. And we have Cursor. Cursor is a platform where you can it will help with all the codings, and it will help you to design the website. It will help you do a lot of things, and maybe you might have pay, or you can use it without pay as well, and it will help you build the code as well. So now AI is taking over. I'm not going to say as AI is the world, but yes, it has its own part. At the same time, people are using AI in a very good way, at the same time in a bad way. So to stop that, we need security people, and to stop that, security and the blockchain is one of the part of that, and crypto is one of the part. So these all are interlinked, and computer science have so many things. Explore that and decide what you wanted to do. don't go for like, okay, my mom said this or my dad said this. Always choose what you wanted to do and make sure you're choosing the right path. And success is something, it's not about like only just the knowledge. It's about respecting your people and respecting professors and being humble and kind. At the same time, constantly learning. In IT, each and every person has to learn constantly. Every 6 months, we have some new technology going on. Every 6 months or every 3 months, we're going to have new technology. We have to keep updated. At the same time, we have to be stable enough and constantly learning new technologies. That's really important in organizations. Whenever it comes to organizations see how curious you are, how serious about your job and your behavior. That's really important. If you don't have behavior, you might be like, the king of the world, or you might be the hacking master. They will not take you. That's very important. Respecting people and keep learning. That really makes you really, really a successful person at the same time. And try to be always be positive. And please do not listen to those people who will say, you cannot do this thing. It's okay. If they cannot, that's totally fine. That's their will. And if you wanted to do it, keep doing it. And please don't get discouraged or don't get into depressions, because our generation get into discouraging easily and getting into depression so easily. So guys, it is not end of the world and we have a lot of life. Take your time, whatever you wanted to do in your life, please, and make your decisions wisely and take advices and ask for help. There's nothing wrong asking help. We have talented professors, we have talented people, and connect with each and every person. Take advices and have your mentors to talk, and take as many as advices from your mentors and make wise decisions, because I feel we all are the future of the world. And we can dream big and we can do anything in this world. Impossible itself says I'm possible. And I'm a live example, because I thought I can't do anything, all those things. And I thought maybe I've never imagined that I'm going to start one of the organization based on cybersecurity. I've never thought about that, but I did that, and my family never thought about me. I'm going to do all these things. And always don't think about the results. Like, if I'm doing this, I'm going to get this. If you start doing that, then you cannot give your 100% effort. Aim and fix your goal, like, oh, I want to do this, and give your 100% effort. Just wait and watch. You will get everything. Be strong. That's really, really important. And always be positive. I know it's very, very hard to be positive, because being positive is not that easy. Make sure you have a positive people around you so they can encourage you and lift you, and have a groups and join big organizations like Women's in Tech and IEEE. And we have so many organizations, and join those organizations and keep connecting with other peoples and other country professionals, and make LinkedIn. I believe all of you are eligible for a LinkedIn profile. Have a LinkedIn profile and connect with professionals. And we can do everything, guys. A person can do everything. If I can do, you guys can do. If you guys can do, anyone can do. Anybody can do anything. So always aim for big and go for that. And the major part, I would say, is connecting with people. That's really, really important. Because for me, I don't know the worth of myself, but other people will see you, the worth in yourself, and they will like, this girl is good and this guy is good, this boy is good, so we can put them there because they know more than us. They're skilled, so they will know a lot. Connect with so many people as much as possible, and always be positive, and try to understand why other person is rejecting you. If they're rejecting you, there might be something we're lacking. So try to improve yourself every time. We're learning. Every day is a learning. And that's really important. And don't get discouraged, because every day starts with a rejection. My big dream is NASA, and I applied a few days back NASA, and they rejected me. And every day, I have like every day one mail about rejection. maybe I'm applying for some funding for my company, or maybe I'm talking to some other professional person for some other help. They will reject you. It doesn't mean like if they're rejecting you it means you're wrong. Sometimes it gives you an opportunity to learn more. So when you fail, it's okay, because when keep on you fail, you'll be expert in that thing, and you will understand what I'm lacking, and analyze yourself when you're failing and improve where you're lacking and go for again, because there's nothing we cannot achieve in this world. We can do anything, and humans literally achieved a lot and a lot of things in our world. So please guys, please be positive and keep finding, and keep like we have really great professors. Take those professors resources. And I personally thought about like, oh my god, I'm from this India and I cannot do all those things. It surprised me. We have so many resources in the world, but we're not using those resources. That's the only thing. The reason why, because we don't have a right connection at the right point. So connect the people and connect among yourself, and do hackathons, do capture the flags, where you're going to connect with a lot of students from other countries, and they will connect you with professors. That's what I connected with so many people. And when I was in the US, I connected one of this great girl. Her name is Bandhan, and she's 17 years old, and she's leading 10,000 people in hacking, and she's teaching those 10,000 kids for hacking. So keep connecting. Nothing is impossible. And I feel Chennai is really a broad city and a big city, and you can find so many people. Go for workshops, go for conferences, and make a group of your classmates, or text to each other. This is going on. This is our next conference and next workshop. It would be so great for you. And thank you so much for this opportunity. I really enjoyed, and I'm hoping if you have any questions, I can drop my LinkedIn. If you need any help, my response might be a little bit late, but definitely I will help you guys, definitely, because if I might not the right person for you, there's some other person who will help you. And I can connect you with different people. Please use the resources, and don't think if I can do it or not. Everybody can do it. Everyone. It's just like you have to stand, and you have to ask, and you have to try. You never know what's going to happen. Try. I actually going for Black Hat conference next month, and I thought I'm not able to make it, and I applied for 10 scholarships, and out of this 10 I got one scholarship. Now I'm going there. So always try. You never know what's going to happen. So keep trying it. And I'm so glad you all made your time. And thank you so much for joining this event. And I really respect your time. I really wanted to talk with each and every person. I know we don't have that much time, but big thanks to Professor Anthony, sir. He's like one of the great person, because whenever I post something in LinkedIn, he always posts in a comment, excellent. It really gives me a lot of energy when somebody is like encouraging you. At the same time, I really respect all the staff from SA Engineering College. Thank you so much for having me. It really, really means a lot. And please let me know if you need any help. I'm here to help you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Subrata. Excellent. Your session is very, very interesting. I've attended the full session. Thank you so much. Already our students connect through IEEE, ACM, IET, CSI, all the through LinkedIn, everything. Our students are very clever. Effectively, they utilize social media and professional bodies. So thank you so much. Your session really provided a clear understanding of real world applications from finance and supply chain and healthcare and government sector. The way articulated the integration of blockchain into a modern business system. Really, thank you so much. And also how the future is going to utilize. Thank you so much. Students, you may ask any questions.
Yeah, please.
Please. Otherwise, text the question in the chat box. Yes. Yes, anyone?
Or if you guys feeling shy, you can text actually. If you have
Okay,
any
okay.
questions, please.
Definitely, I'll share the LinkedIn profiles to all of my students and colleagues. Definitely, they will touch you. Anita, madam, please proceed next. Yes, one question from Rahul C. He is my son. Eh? Okay, one
Ma'am,
question.
and why cryptocurrency is not mostly legal? So, cryptocurrency is not about the legal or illegal, something like that. So I will explain what is cryptocurrency. So what is your exactly question? So you want to do some illegal, or what do you mean by like it's illegal? I mean, like when you're doing some money laundering, definitely it's going to be illegal. But when you're using on a correct way, then it's a legal thing. But why do you think it's illegal? I mean, like I'm not understanding that question.
Rahul, clear, or you may ask any question? Okay, okay. Okay. Okay, proceed.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah, no, no,
the
wait,
main
wait. Next
yeah, I
partner.
would say that. Oh yeah.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Subrata, for your valuable time and inspiring talk. On behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Business Systems, SA Engineering College, I take this opportunity to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Mrs. Subrata for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us today for Tech Series 5.30 on blockchain technology in computer science and business systems. Of how blockchain is shaping the future of technology. We truly appreciate the way you shared your expertise and practical knowledge with us. I also want to thank the SA institution, our faculty members, and especially our beloved HOD, Mr. Anthony Das sir, for your dedicated efforts in making this event possible. A special thanks to all the participants for your presence, which made the session a great success. We look forward to more such enlightening sessions in the future. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll call you. Okay, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Okay, shall we wind up?